NASA image up with the Eclipse as it's going to be rolling through.
John Himmel is an emergency manager for the Washington State Department of Transportation, and he gives me a quick tour of the Emergency Operations Center in Olympia, just one of several that will be up and running next Monday, including this screen, now mostly blank, called Web EOC.
But we can share information instantaneously across the state to make sure folks are aware of what's happening and who's taking any actions.
The traffic could easily make worse the kind of volumes we see every day on I-5. Eclipse viewers are expected to come down from Canada, down I-5, down Highway 97, east of the Cascades, down I-82. These just some of the main routes to or close to Oregon. And remember, folks from California and elsewhere will be coming up.
We don't know exactly what to expect because we don't know exactly what people are going to do and when they're going to do it. And there are those variables that make this kind of planning difficult.
Bart Treese is with DOT's Southwest region, which is already expecting a huge influx of cars.
They've been in sleeping bags. They brought their...
We have seen this movie before, sort of. 1979, then Washington was in the path of totality. Lots of people turned out for that eclipse, but that was still nearly 40 years ago. Fewer people were living here, and that isn't providing much of a guide.
We're looking at this as a statewide traffic concern. I-5 especially, even through the metropolitan areas on Monday morning, those are already pretty tough drives for folks. But imagine thousands of other people into the mix trying to make that trip last minute. That could create some really big backups and long delays.
We'll have a lot more troopers working during that time.
Shanika Phillips is with the Washington State Patrol, her agency also bracing for the rush. First, here are some strong suggestions from DOT. Make sure your vehicle is mechanically ready for the trip to avoid breakdowns. Make sure you have paper maps. Just don't rely on your cell phone GPS. Fill your tank before you head into Oregon. Some small towns could be overwhelmed and could run out for the return trip. Pack extra food and water like you were going to be driving in bad weather. And as for the law,
one thing we want to advise people and to warn is not to park on the shoulder. We need to keep our shoulders clear so our first responders can get to collisions quicker in the heavy traffic. That's a $136 fine for that.
Washington and Oregon have coordinated planning for the eclipse. What's your plan? In Olympia, Glenn Farley, King 5 News.